Good morning, you're watching Breakfast with Charlie State and Susanna Reid.
Our main story this morning, excessive charges for paying by debit or credit card are to be banned by the end of next year.
Yeah. France's health ministry says there is no cancer risk from breast implants made by the local firm PIP. It is recommending, however, that the 30,000 women in France with implants have them removed. Now, residents of a small town in northeast Spain are celebrating after winning the world's biggest lottery. Share the jackpot.
Be a good Christmas there.
Won't it? Unless you're one of the people who
missed out,
forgot to buy your tickets, and you live next door to somebody who's just got a huge grin on their face for the whole of next year.
Oh, you won't be keeping up with the Joneses in that case, will you?
You wouldn't be,
would you? They get their new cars, their new Christmas lights, as you were saying. Good morning.
Morning.
Terry, but whatever you think of John Terry, he doesn't seem to let it affect him on the pitch. I mean, he had the final laugh in the end. Yeah, good morning. But he certainly had to run the abuse.
Watching on there.
Yeah, but Mark Cavendish, he got relieved. No, not back in the boat, Steve. But 50% of the vote Mark Cavendish got.
Really?
And interesting, when we went up Mount Etna in April with him, anyone who gets a little bite from Santa this year,
you could be the next Mark Cavendish.
You know what to do, exactly, yeah.
Mike, thank you very much.
7:37. Getting the family together for Christmas, always a challenge. When you finally do, what does that typical gathering look like in 21st century Britain?
Seems any traditional picture we might have is now a thing of the past. The growing divorce rate, new types of relationships mean more of us will be spending time with stepchildren, possibly with new partners.
One family, the Millers, have been telling us how they're going to spend their Christmas morning. So with us now, Dr. Catherine Rake, for a kind of new, broken up, put back together, blended family, isn't it?
Very much. You can't get much more blended than we are.
No, so just take us through how you organise all of that. Because it's a sensitive time, isn't it?
It is, and you have to remember you have two...
Tell you what I'm thinking, looking at this is baby Boo,
yes,
isn't it?
Boo.
Baby who is five months old?
On Christmas Eve, yes.
Oh, really? Now, when you have a...
Yes.
Sometimes you want to be a bit selfish. I mean, you've got a new baby, you want it to be a bit special. So, it takes a bit of doing that to make sure everyone is happy.
Yes.
The families are on the increase.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I say these types of families, like it's like an odd sort of family. I'm in one of these types of families. I mean, just is normal now to sort of negotiate Christmas Day, isn't it?
Is it always healthy? I mean, you're saying put things to one side. Is it always healthy to try and forget? Because what can happen sometimes is you can have a bad, some situations are awkward and difficult. That's the reality of things.
Absolutely.
Is it always a good thing to say, oh, it's Christmas, let's forget about it? Is there a danger that you can kind of falsely create it? Let's all get together and, the atmosphere can be a bit like, is it going to kick off or not? And is that a healthy thing to do?
People can feel left out, they can feel bad, they can feel guilty.
And Rosie, this time last year at Christmas, Boo wasn't here. And was it very different for you? Did you have a very different sort of Christmas?
Yeah. And there was just the two of us, and we, hopped in the car to swim that.
Does Boo not like Chinese then?
No, I don't think she likes Chinese. I think
and she's absolutely beautiful.
She's lovely.
Thank you.
Catherine, thank you very much indeed. Rosie, thank you both. And thank you, Boo. Oh.
Just doing a little bit of sick there, just to see us out.
We won't do the cutaway for that one.
Perfect timing.
Happy Christmas to you all. Let's have a look at the Christmassy weather with Carol.
2 on Boxing Day.
That's really mild, isn't it? 12 degrees.
Yes, it is for the time of the year. Absolutely.
Carol, thank you very much.
Good for going out for a nice walk after your big heavy lunch then.
I like it when it's colder though.
Do you? Sorry about that. 7:47, the Great British Bake Off is a cookery show that requires, well, a sweet tooth and some formidable talent in the kitchen.
So what happens when you take a winning TV format and mix in 4 presenters from this programme who don't do much baking? Here is the Great Breakfast Bake Off.
How seriously did we take that?
Well, I tell you what, Paul Hollywood knows a thing or two about baking cakes, but he knows a thing or two about pregnant pauses as well, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Just leaves those gaps, makes you wait.
You're on the edge of your seat. Coming up on Breakfast this morning.
Live a little bit later.
Exciting. Time now, though, to get the news where you are. See you in a moment. Good morning, this is Breakfast with Charlie State and Susanna Reid.
An end to high charges for paying with plastic. It's Friday the 23rd of December.
Also ahead this morning, an inquiry. And we have the wonderful choir from the John Donne Primary School in Peckham from South London to play us out of the programme this morning.
And the Great Breakfast Bake Off. We go head to head with Sean and Bill. Would it be tasty triumph or a chocolate catastrophe?
I think you can probably guess. And Carol has the weather. Carol, thank you. Good morning. First, our main news this morning. Excessive charges for paying by debit or credit